There was a lot of controversy surrounding this Patient Zero campaign, and although all the talk should have been about the content itself, it was simply not the case. On the date that they showed that they would be revealing this content, there was a lot of hype surrounding what it might have been, mainly people questioning whether it's Season 2 related or not, until Travis confirmed later on that it wasn't. When the date finally dropped, we were surprised with the trailer showing us an abundance of new characters, suits, weapons, and different look to some of the maps from Season 1. Along with this trailer, IO Interactive released a blog of all the details of the new content, which includes a separate campaign, 4 new missions, 3 escalations, 3 new weapons, and 3 new suits. But whilst a lot of people were excited by this new content, others weren't too impressed by the pricing of the $20, even if you own the full experience. The story of Patient Zero is completely separate from the story of the first season, and is like a bridge between Season 1 and Season 2, giving us something to do while we wait in between. To recap, after a routine elimination of a target, a contingency plan to unleash a global pandemic was triggered, and Agent 47 has to race against time to prevent a virus from spreading. This 4-mission campaign spans between different locations in the game, each one reworked with original settings, with new gameplay opportunities, disguises, characters, challenges, gameplay mechanics, AI behaviour, and heads-up display elements. Bangkok, Sapienza, Colorado and Hokkaido look and feel completely different, with a new time of day and new custom music created by the composer for Season 1, Niels by Nielsen. In the first of the 4 missions, you need to eliminate 2 members of the Liberation, cult leader Nabazov and his right hand, Sister Yıldız. After a successful elimination, a dead man's trigger, which activates a ring of sleeper agents, come into play. The situation escalates so rapidly that Diana immediately sends 47 to kill 2 cult operatives, meeting in Sapienza to exchange a viral weapon, Craig Black, and Brother Akram. In addition to eliminating both targets, he needs to retrieve the viral weapon that's come into play. Following the dead man's trigger, 47 heads off to Colorado when he needs to assassinate a CDC doctor, Bradley Payne, and 4 soldiers that have been infected with the virus, and to remove potential exposure of the virus, 47 must use a sniper's nest to take out his targets. After Colorado, 47 heads off to Hokkaido to eliminate the developer of the virus, Owen Cage, and an Ether Corporation scientist, Klaus Liebleed. Overall, the story is quite good and an intriguing one, a story that makes you want to find out what happens next as soon as your mission is finished each time, and ends on a bit of a teaser. For the first mission, called The Source, it comes with 12 assassination challenges and 2 discovery challenges, which from first impression seemed like an alright amount until we discovered that 5 of the 12 assassination challenges are your standard silent assassin, suits only, no evidence challenges, etc. So literally after your first playthrough you could potentially get 7 out of the 12 challenges completed, which is absurd. There's unfortunately no opportunities to follow either, a frustratingly tedious slam dunk challenge which requires us to kill a target in such a way that makes her body land on top of a canopy, and all the other challenges that don't even require that much stealth. The only real unique themed assassination, which would be the Divine Intervention challenge, which requires us to sabotage the oil Nabazov puts on his hands, and then it makes it look like an accident kill when he places his hands over the 2 exposed flames during the ritual. The map itself looks very nice with the new lighting and music by Niels by Nielsen. It's very atmospheric and well done, and it fits perfectly to the nighttime theme of the mission. Despite the intriguing story behind this mission, I couldn't help but feel it was very compact, and it was the theme that carried on throughout the rest of the missions during this DLC. The whole mission took place in the penthouse suite on the top floor, where Ken Morgan is usually staying in the main mission of Bangkok, and I couldn't help but feel that it was a wasted opportunity to use other parts of the map, only one starting location being so far away from this one area. Completionists will find themselves getting tiresome of the long trek to the same area to complete challenges from the beginning. With that said, overall the map had a great potential to be really good had it been used in different areas and it had more unique challenges to what the map offered. But it was still an enjoyable experience, but not so much that you would want to replay this too much in the future. The second mission, taking place in the nighttime Sapienza, suffers from the issues the first map had. This comes with 8 assassination challenges this time, and only 2 unique challenges within those 8. 5 of those can be completed with the first time round if you know what you're doing, and it's the lack of challenges here that hurts this mission. One target is in a well secured area with cameras, locked doors and 4 guards, and only leaves when the bell tolls, and even when it does, it feels like an age for the 2 targets to actually meet up. The other target is conducting a ritual inside a church, which you can't enter without a pass, but you can obtain a pass by taking out a completely random person in a coffee shop elsewhere in Sapienza. The target takes breaks now and then and presents us with only a few opportunities for assassination, but one that is unique to an actual challenge.
Kill confirmed. Craig Black has been eliminated.
Overall, I enjoyed the nighttime vibe of the Sapienza, but it has the same shortfalls as the previous mission, with most of the map being unused and too few challenges to be really that replayable. The third mission takes place in Colorado. This is a very unique mission, as for the first time we have a sniper only mission which covers the entire map of the new look of Colorado. Visually, the map is gorgeous and vibrant and is much better charmed than the original dreary looking Colorado from Season 1. Unfortunately, we can't explore it too much, but it does make for some nice visuals when sniping our targets. We have 1 main target and 4 infected militia members that are randomly generated each time you replay the map. Throughout the mission, Diana will feed you descriptions of the targets and mannerisms to help you identify the correct one, which is a nice throwback to the St. Petersburg stakeout from Hitman 2, where Diana describes the target to be bald, right-handed, drinks a lot, and is a non-smoker, helping you narrow down who to snipe. This Colorado mission is a refreshing, and in terms of first impressions and playing through all of the missions first time round, I can see this as being the standout map for a lot of people. The challenges introduces a new feature in which you can make targets fall into hiding places, providing you snipe them at the correct position and at the correct time. Although there's not a lot of variation in the challenges, it is understandable considering it's a snipe only map. Our final mission takes place in Hokkaido. It has 2 targets and comes with just 7 assassination challenges, but it easily has the most unique challenges from all the 3 maps, 3 of which are the redacted challenges and what makes the challenges more obscure. This mission is also introducing a new feature to the game in which the virus can be spread from our target to other civilians and could potentially infect the entire compound, in which each new person gets infected, they immediately become a target themselves. This can pose quite a challenge to deal with, and we'll have to act fast before it becomes a huge issue. One challenge in particular even requires us to infect 47 people and eliminate them all when it reaches that number. It essentially turns into a kill everyone challenge at that point and can be quite tricky. Overall, it has the most replayability out of all the maps, and it has the atmosphere that keeps you on the edge. The visuals look stunning, and once again it makes it a true pleasure seeing that landscape in the background. Although this is probably my favourite mission of all of them, it does have its downfall of, once again, only using a small portion of the map, i.e. the hospital wing or whatever you want to call it, and it gives you no reason to visit other parts of the map unless you're going after the infected themselves. All 4 maps suffer from its restriction to certain areas, and it would have made these maps a lot more replayable had there been their ability to create our own contracts within these 4 locations, but we cannot, and I feel like there was a huge opportunity there missed, as we could have served many great contract ideas from our community. As far as other new content goes, on top of the 4 new missions we have 3 escalations, introducing new elements that we haven't seen before, and all containing a refreshing 3 levels rather than the standard dragged out 5 levels. In the first one we have the Corky commotion in Paris. We dress as a clown and undergo a series of themed objectives which revolves around a new weapon in the game simply called a new bat. Within this escalation we have to pacify targets, pop balloons along with the disguise restrictions and no agency pickups. Once completed, you'll be rewarded with a new bat to use across all locations. Overall, the tedious nature of the pacifying 10 guards with the pointless addition of the popping of the balloons didn't exactly sit well with me, and it was definitely the weakest of the 3 escalations that were included in the new DLC. Second escalation we have is the Chiveo calibration. This one introduces a new sniper to the game called the Sigurd 300 Ghost and a new suit called the Raven suit. The escalation is based around the theme of the sniper itself. The first 2 levels are relatively identical if you're a silent assassin, both containing just 2 targets, but both have to be sniped with this new sniper rifle, which we first have to retrieve as we start as part of the objective. Just like the last escalation, this comes with a disguise restriction and a no agency pickup, with the new added complication of being spotted results in a mission failure. By level 3 you'll have 7 targets, which is another new feature added to the game where we have more than just 5. Once you've completed, you'll be rewarded with the new Seeker 300 Ghost to be used anywhere you want in the game. Overall, this is probably the best out of the 3 escalations. It's not too difficult, and I love that they themed this escalation around the stealth and execution of it. Along with a very sharp looking Raven suit and a deadly sniper rifle as a reward, it definitely gets my approval. The final escalation is called the Dexter Discordance, set in Hokkaido, which introduces us to a new pistol in the game called the Striker. Within these 3 levels, we are set the task of retrieving the Striker and eliminating Dexter and any trespassers that enter 47's room. I found this escalation to be quite repetitive and uninteresting. Whilst it's not one of the worst escalations I've ever played, it's definitely not one of the best. The one redeeming quality of this escalation, however, is the awesomeness of the Striker, which you get as a reward for completing level 3. So in conclusion, does the Patient Zero campaign justify the $20 price tag? I would say it depends on the player. If you're a lover of this Hitman game, then absolutely it's definitely worth it. If you don't play it that much and you question the price saying it might be too high, then the answer to the question is probably not. The issue for many people was that they bought the full experience and expected to get everything. So naturally, when this was announced, players assumed that it would be free, and because that wasn't the case, people felt angry and betrayed. Overall, I think it was just poor wording of it all. Yes, it is separate from Season 1, but Patient Zero still uses Season 1 maps, and you need to own the full game to get it still. In my opinion, it is still completely worth it. Despite all of this, you can get many hours from this content. 3 new suits, 3 new weapons that will still surely give us more hours of enjoyment out of these weapons, and it felt like, even though it felt lacking in some places, overall I think the pricing is just fine. Let us not forget, IO Interactive are an independent company now, and as such need all the support they can get from us fans of the franchise, and will no doubt help them for the future of Hitman and future seasons. The timing of this content doesn't come as a surprise, as I didn't expect to hear anything about Season 2 just yet, but I'm 100% confident we'll hear much more about Season 2 in 2018, especially as Patient Zero will be a great way to help fund the development of future seasons. So until then, we can enjoy the abundance of content IO Interactive have provided us over the last year and a half and look forward to the future content. So with that, I'd like to end the review there. Overall, I'll probably give it about a 7 out of 10 rating. It could have definitely been better, of course, if they could have used more areas of the maps, if they could allow us to use these maps for contracts, for example. But, you know, that's just my feedback right there. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little review here. This took quite a while to get this together, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. And let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section as well. And yeah, subscribe here if you are new to the channel. Please drop a like on this video. It would help me out a lot. Let me know in the comments as well your opinions of this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.